Approaching girls with self-assurance is one of those fundamental skills that you must not only have instilled in you, but something you should also be able to summon at will. It all comes down to two things when it comes to approaching girls confidently. The first, and perhaps most important step, is to ensure that you approach directly or from a non-intrusive angle. A lot of guys take the strange side approach where they only commit to approaching the girl half-heartedly because they are anxious as fuck. So they end up approaching her from the side at an awkward angle and will speak in a voice so low that the girl can hardly understand what you're saying. What awkward angle? This is when you take the half-hearted creep side approach and practically whisper to the girl, "What's your name?" Does this appear or sound confident? This approach is even worse than not approaching because it shows the girl that you are not confident, that you are hesitant, and are unable to contribute to an interaction, all of which are unappealing characteristics. You must commit before making an approach, and there are only two options. You can either fully commit and approach the girl confidently and without hesitation, or you can approach her like a little bitch and do that nonsense where you half commit and get the results of only half committing, which is a really uncomfortable and bumpy interaction that goes nowhere and can weird her out. When you act like this, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're making it clear to the girl that you're not willing or genuine enough about your results with her to man up and approach her the way you should. If you don't think you're worthy of approaching her and can't gather the courage to do so properly, she won't think you're deserving or worthy of talking to her either. It's a prediction that comes true. This is why, in this game of life, the most important person to persuade to like you is yourself. To encourage others to share in the value you have to offer them, you must have a firm foundation of confidence and belief in your own worth and worth to the world. The second most important factor is congruence. Congruence is what distinguishes beginners from advanced players. Congruence simply means saying what you mean and meaning what you say. One of the most common rookie mistakes made by guys is trying to memorize things to say to girls and then repeating the same old story. Something they probably have seen other guys do in the hopes that it will work for them, but it doesn't and never will. It will never work because if the lines don't feel authentic to you, they come across as insincere and incongruent. Congruence means that your actions and words are in sync, that they correspond and make sense. All of your shapes, angles, and shit must be congruent, just like in geometry class. When having sex, your caveman stick and her pouch must be congruent if they are to fit properly. If you approach a girl and deliver the slickest, most awesome James Bond pickup line, but you approach her from the side and say it in a low, unconfident voice, and you're too apprehensive and nervous to approach her directly from the front in a confident and loud tone, she is not going to be into it no matter what you say. This is why congruence is essential, not only for displaying your confidence, but also for making the girl feel at ease with you. If your actions, expressions, and behavior are inconsistent, she will get the impression that something is wrong, which will put her on the defensive because what you're telling her and what you're saying don't add up. It's perplexing. And when people are perplexed, they'd rather get out of that confusing situation than waste time trying to figure it out, especially if it's with a stranger they've just met. The last thing you want to do is put a girl on defense because that almost guarantees she'll be uncomfortable around you and won't be interested. You also don't want to make girls feel awkward because that's an asshole thing to do. Another advantage of learning how to meet and interact with girls is that you will learn how to respectfully pick up girls without being a jerk or making them feel uneasy in any way. To summarize, you want to ensure that your approaches are straightforward, committed, and consistent. If you take the half-assed approach and lack congruence, you're shooting yourself in the foot and for sure will never be successful. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the new videos that come out that are all just for you. See you in the next video of Superior Mentor.